is Alexander Shep, and I am a friend of the young lady that I will be introducing you to in a few seconds. She makes truffles. When I was introduced to her by a mutual friend a couple of months ago, I was less than excited about the idea of trying another truffle. The ones that I have tried are way too light, they're way too sweet, there's not enough substance there for my taste. But when I came over here and I started talking to this young lady, it was an experience that you need to try. I actually took them home to my wife, who is the connoisseur of chocolate in my family. And after 34 years of being married, she actually promised to remarry me again. And considering everything that I've put her through, that's something special. These truffles are extraordinary. One of the things that I have learned in my life is that those things that give you most pleasure in life, that are worth waiting for the experience, are something that you need to partake of. When I buy scotch and I have a scotch at the end of the day, that scotch is not the normal store brand. And I know that when I have a scotch and soda at the end of the day, it is an experience for me. When I take a trip, that trip is, I plan it and I have that experience that I want to, even if it's only for 4 or 5 days. If you want to tell your clients or customers how special they are to you, this is the way to do it. If you want to tell a loved one how special they are to you, this is the way to do it. If you just want to sit back at the end of a day and say, life was worth living today, this is the way to do it. And without further hesitation, I will introduce Eleanor Joseph of EJConfections.
When you're making the truffle batter, you want to be sure that your cream is just the right temperature, which is just a little bit above boiling, because if you have it too hot, it will separate the chocolate. As you're pouring, as you're mixing it, there will be a time when it starts to seize a little bit, but just keep adding your cream and it will loosen up again. You've made your batter, and now what you want to do is get it out onto your parchment paper so that it can solidify. So we just go like so. Oops, it's a little heavy. Clean it off of the spatula. Then we make pretty. Once your batter has solidified, you want to take whatever scoop you're using and just start scooping so that your scoop is full. And once it's full, if you're using this scoop here, which is the smallest of the ice cream scoops, it will give you probably about 16 or 17 grams. And that usually will make a very nice sized truffle. So you can scoop it out like this. Now normally I will scoop a bunch of them so that they're all sitting there. But once it's scooped, I then roll it into a ball. And truffles, the true truffle, is never completely round. When you see a truffle that is perfectly round, you know that it is generally made in a mold of some sort. When you're dipping, you want to keep your chocolate between 78 and 81 degrees so that it's tempered. If you see chocolate that looks white or gray, it simply means that it's bloomed, and that happens for one of 2 reasons. Either there's too much moisture, which is in a refrigerator, or there's too much difference in the temperature. So right now, and people will dip several different ways. You can dip with your whole hand, you can dip with 2 fingers, you can even dip with a dipping fork, which personally I don't care for. So I put the truffles on my 2 fingers. I put the truffle in there, in the pot. and then let it just roll off my hand. When you're using something that's got to go on while the truffle is still wet, you will do one at a time. So I just lay the coffee bean on there, and that tells me and everybody else it's espresso.
The truffles that Ellie just made in front of you here, they are hand rolled, they are hand dipped, they are handmade. This is what I was talking about in terms of the extraordinary, almost sensual experience that this will do for you. These truffles have to be tasted to be believed. And with that, I thank you.
And thank you.